when I finished it and had been on the film festival circuit with it for a year, when Miramax bought it, Harvey tried to talk me into cutting the torture scene out. With Mr. Blonde and the guy in the chair and
getting
the ear.
his ear cut off.
Yeah. He tried to talk me out of that, and his reasoning was he might ended up being right. All right, his reasoning was, look, Quentin, this is a movie that anybody can watch, but with that torture scene, you're gonna alienate women. They're not going to want to see this. So you're putting your own movie in a little box. But without that scene, anybody can go and see this movie, and everybody will enjoy it. And that's kind of actually where I became me, because Harvey was used to winning these type of arguments, and he had a bunch of yes men going, yeah. But because I had actually been on the film festival circuit for an entire year, one, I saw that he was right, because people were always walking out during that scene. Sometimes it would be 5, sometimes it would be 35. All right, they were always walking out. Because also it's a film festival. You don't exactly know what you're seeing. You know, you read it in the catalog. It sounds interesting. You know, it's not like, it's not like you're being set up the way you are when a movie opens theatrically.
Right.
But I did know that, that was the moment of truth for most people, that scene. But now I think it's the best scene in the fucking movie. So, and I had spent a year watching it, so I wasn't buffaloed. And I go, well, it's that movie. It's what the movie is. And you may be right, but I don't care. This is the movie, and it has that scene. And Harvey realized he wasn't going to get his way, and he's used to getting his way. I stood fast, and there was like a beat of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're going to leave the scene in, and I want you to remember that it was Miramax who left it alone.
Wow. That's an interesting way to control the situation, right? To take it and bring it all back to him. Mm. How weird is it for you to have had a relationship with that guy for all these years, making all these films, and now see what he's become?
It's sad. It's sad. It was like, he wasn't just this guy who financed my movies. He was, kind of like a father figure. I mean, he was kind of a fucked up father figure, but that's most people's fucking father. Yeah. He was a fucked up father figure, but he was like, he was involved in, my professional life for like a long, long time. So it's like, I think it's sad.
Oh, it's definitely sad. It's just, it's surreal though, too, right? Yeah. Because we've never seen, other than Bill Cosby, we've never seen like a fall like this before. Mm. It's so strange.
Yeah. Well, one of the things is funny, like I did an interview with the two women that cracked the case on the New York Times. I did a talk with them during that time. I don't really talk about it that much afterwards because I'm like, well, I did it with them and that's enough. But one of the things I ended up like saying is, well, I wish I had done more during the time. And a lot of people like read a lot of what that could possibly mean.
Right.
Well, actually what it means is I wish I had talked to the guy. I wish I had sat him down and had the uncomfortable conversation. I didn't know about any rapes or anything like that. I just, but I knew he was, I chalked it up to the boss chasing the secretary around the desk, as if that's okay. But I mean, that's how I kind of looked at it. He was, making unwanted advances. That's how I looked at it. But I wish I had talked to him. I wish I had sat him down and go, Harvey, you can't do this. You're going to fuck up everything.
Do you think that no one talked to him and maybe that was how he got so completely out of control?
Yeah, maybe his brother Bob. Maybe, but I don't think anybody talked to him about it. And the thing about it is everybody who was in his orbit knew about it. There's nobody who said they didn't know that didn't know. Mm. If you were in his orbit, and that includes all the big actors who he palled around with, like they all knew. They didn't know they didn't know anything about rapes, but they had heard.
Yeah.
They had heard things. They had heard about him just, putting the bite on somebody in a limo or something.
The story of the rich, powerful producer and the actress who wants to be in films is a story that's as old as film itself.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of those stories that goes on. I mean, it was almost like, I don't really have a history in film, but from what it's been explained to me, that's always what it's been like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. They gave me a tour of Shaw Brothers Studios, and I'm taking a tour of Shaw Brothers Studios, and they take me into the screening room, and then like, okay, see that chair in the back there, that was reserved for the owner of the studio, Run Shaw. That's where he sat, and in the back room is a little bed, and that's reserved for where Run Shaw took the starlets.
Really?
Yeah. And it was all
wow.